Press 1. For important instructions, press 2.
Your show is scheduled to start in 16 seconds. Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right here.
Hello, good morning to you guys. Good morning. Welcome to the Daily Tarot. My name is High Priestess Jamila, and we are going to be doing a call-in show today, but we are also going to look at the various zodiac signs, okay? So before I accept any callers, if you guys want to get a free mini reading today, okay, happy Monday to y'all. Good morning, baby girl. If you guys want a free reading, a little free mini reading, you can call me at 516-590-0362, okay? And you can get a mini reading, okay? So how y'all doing? I feel like I can feel summertime coming. You know, I can just feel it. It's weird. Okay. Y'all don't even think, do we need this heat on right now? Like, do we need this? Yeah, we don't even really need this on. It's good to turn off your HVAC sometimes and just kind of, open a window. Probably what I need to do. Okay. So I'm going to lay out the cards for the various zodiac signs so that we can read through them today. We're going to be dealing with relationship problems. Okay. When one party is not happy, or maybe you might have something going on. Maybe that person might be cheating on you. Maybe that person might be, maybe they're hiding something from you. Okay. When your intuition starts to tell you that there's definitely something that's not right. Okay. So this is going to be for that. If you are in love and, you got a snotty nose and you're just ready to do some kind of Romeo and Juliet stuff and you can't handle it right now, this show ain't for you. This is for people that want to actually deal with whatever relationship problems they may have. And the spirits may have good advice for you. But they may tell you, hey, listen, you need to walk away from this person because this person is hiding da-da-da-da-da. Okay. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. And da-da-da-da-da is whatever various thing could be going on. Okay. So I'm going to throw out the cards. I'm going to call to the spirit guides. First of all, I'm going to call to Archangel Michael for protection and then Raphael for healing, because there's a lot of wounds that are healing today because we are at a new moon and there's an energy shift that's happening. Okay. Oh, thank God I turned that off. I need to take my allergy medicine like right now. Uh-oh, what happened? What happened with Blog Talk? Something happened. Okay, I got disconnected from Blog Talk for some reason. So hold on, guys. I got to sign back in. Yeah, Blog Talk has somewhat of a temperament sometimes. All right, spirit guides, ancestors, okay, guardian angels, the relationship problems for the Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces.
Press 1 to hear important and
okay.
Now to look into a live show. We are reconnecting you now.
Now, if you don't have a lot of relationship problems, wonderful. Okay, because everybody doesn't have problems in their relationship. There are actual people that are living within their truth. They're not lying. They're not living some weird double life. Because they got a lot of that going on over here in Atlanta. Okay, Spirit Guides, what messages do you have? Thank you. I've been looking at videos. For some reason, it's been coming up in the algorithm for me on YouTube. Dating problems in Georgia or in Atlanta. They say don't date nobody from Atlanta. They're always saying that. So I guess that would give the women a bad name too, huh? They, and I've, some of these people though that I saw on here, they were just really negative about everything, just negative people. I think that if you don't have any luck finding love, or if you're one of those people to where you're just stuck because this one person did you wrong and then now you're stuck. For me, I have began to practice forgiveness and it works. It does, so that you're not all, confused and upset and angry all the freaking time. And, okay, so we're going to start with the Aries. Aries, you guys definitely do have some sort of communication problem that's happening. The Page of Swords comes up in the reverse position. I feel like it is communication. You and your partner is having a hard time communicating with you, or it could be that they haven't been communicating. They've been distant. Okay, so they've been distant. I believe that it possibly could be a third party. It possibly could be a third party. Spirit guides, give me some clarity. We got to do some clarity. Give me some clarity for the Aries on whatever this Maiden of Swords is reversed. Okay. Yep, I knew it. It's a third party. 7 of Coins and the 3 of Swords. So there's an air sign that's a third party to the situation, and they are having a negative effect on the relationship. They're causing struggles. They're causing intimacy issues between you and your partner. Okay. Anytime you don't trust somebody, I mean, I don't know. This is what I want to tell you. I feel that a lot of you Aries have like a very deep relationship with whoever this person is. Okay. Let me ask for advice. Spirit guides, what advice do you want to give to the Aries? Because when I identify the problem, I don't like to dwell on the problem too much. I'd rather dwell on the solution. That's, you know, that's just the person that I am. I don't have to sit and sift through it over and over and over and over and over again. So the 7 of Swords comes up in the reverse position. There's a deep, deep trust issue. I feel like your partner, especially now, some of you Aries may have a Gemini partner. Okay. Some of you Aries might be dealing with either a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. Now, if you're dealing with a Gemini, they live in a double life. Okay. They live in a double life, you know, and so I feel like this person, whoever it is, your spirit is saying they are being dishonest. They're not being honest with you. And then also at the end of the day, there's a trust issue, period. And, all that does is create negative feelings when people are not honest. Honesty is always the best policy. Okay? Because you can get all kinds of illnesses and sicknesses, spiritual illnesses, dealing with people that's sleeping with more than one person at the same time. So when they got a cold, you got a cold, that's a trip. And, a lot of that stuff is airborne. You don't even have to sleep with them. When it's some energy that when something gets attached to somebody energetically. So there's definitely a problem for the Aries. You guys need to talk about it or something, communicate. They need to just go ahead and come clean. No matter how bad it is, they need to come clean about it. The truth always sets you free. Okay. Ain't nobody got time for that. Moving on to the Tauruses. Tauruses got the Sun card. Now, some of you might be having issues with your Sun, or maybe your Sun could be causing problems in your relationship. Okay, that might be why the Sun card comes up. But I'm gonna lay out some clarifiers. Spirit, give me some clarity for the Tauruses. Let's do some clarifying. Okay, so Sage of Swords. Yep, 8 of Cups reversed, and the 8 of Swords. So basically what's happening and what you're feeling is that your son's father seems to be somehow, or either your baby mama. This could be your baby mama. They're kind of latched on. The 8 of Cups reversed. It's a toxic relationship. Y'all know that Little Bow Wow, or not Little Bow Wow because he's grown now. So Bow Wow had a fight with one of his. See, this is when you need to learn how to let go of a toxic relationship. Okay, so it's a toxic relationship that this person, it seemed like somebody just can't get it out of their mind, whoever this Sage of Swords is. And I don't know why air sign people have this problem. excuse me, y'all. Where's my medicine at? I gotta take it because I'm just. And then I had a cold. I had a cold too over the weekend. It was weird. Very, very weird. I don't even see my allergy meds over here anywhere. I'm kind of allergic to those little puppies back there, y'all. And other environmental allergens are bothering your girl. Oh, I must have taken it upstairs. Interesting. Okay. Somebody's stuck. Okay. And I feel like it's your ex. And so for some reason, your son, or I can sense an energy, something is happening energetically to where your ex is somehow, you know, screwing with you. I can see that. Also, a lot of you need to release. A lot of you Tauruses need to release, okay, yourself from whatever this is. It's causing bitterness and confusion and emotional problems, okay? All right. I want to at least, I can see you waiting, caller. I will get to you in a second. I want to get at least up to the let me finish with these because these general readings are really good. Okay, the Two of Swords is in the reverse position for the Gemini. So Gemini, whoever you're dealing with, I feel like they're either thinking about leaving or I feel like right now it's like a critical point to your relationship because they're not happy. And then also it might be where you might be trying to make a decision, like you're making some kind of choice on which lover, possibly Gemini. You're not the one that you want. But I can see Geminis. I hate to tell this, but if you're dealing with a Gemini, you're pondering something, more than likely they have some kind of third party. Okay, so I feel like a lot of Geminis are kind of like leading double lives, and they do have the ability to do that. To where that, you know, they'll just be several different people, and you never know who you're gonna get that day. Okay. You just you never know. Okay. And so what I can sense before I even throw out the cards, Gemini, is that your lover is kind of, you're not doing the same things that you did to get that person. So that person is thinking like, you know, is it over? You know, are we bored? Do we not like each other anymore? They're not sure. Okay. Especially if you spent time with somebody else over the Super Bowl weekend and you didn't spend any time with that person, Gemini. So let's see what's going on, because I get the sense that you might have somebody that's good, but you fucking up, Gemini, for real. And you know what? You never know what you have until it's gone. That's what I always tell people. And that's what your spirits, let's throw out some cards here. Spirit guides for the Gemini. Give me details on what this is. And I bet you it's the same exact thing that I just fucking said. I swear to y'all, watch. Yep, 8 of Cups reversed, the 8 of Swords upright, and then the Chariot in the reverse position. There's something that is, there's some kind of emotional attachment I feel that a lot of Geminis may have, and it's making it difficult for your current relationship. A lot of you Geminis are definitely dealing with a Cancer too, because the Chariot showed up, but it's in reverse. So your Cancer is thinking, I don't know if I can pull through with this. You know what I'm saying? They're thinking, this may not be what I want, because I'm not feeling. Basically, your lover is feeling emotionally abandoned, Gemini, or either you could be feeling that way as well. But I get the sense that, you know, in your relationship that there's some sort of emotional abandonment, because the 8 of Cups is in the reverse position. Just, you know, just to let you know, if you're going to deal with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, which, you know, people want to dive in They want to take a swim with us water people, but y'all don't really want to know how to take care of us. You see what I'm saying? And so when we leave and we decide to do something else that may not make sense, then you want to complain about it. But you didn't take care of us emotionally. So I feel like you're dealing with either an air sign. This is either an Aquarius, another Gemini, or a Libra, or it is a water sign. So it's either, I know that a lot of you Geminis are either dealing with air or water. And they don't feel emotionally taken care of whoever they are. And the Chariot is in the reverse position. And like, this is just crazy, because this is the exact situation that I feel like a lot of Cancers are dealing with too. You see what I'm saying? Because that whole, you know, and saying you're gonna stop by or you're gonna do something and then not following through, they don't know if they can move forward in the situation. And so I'm gonna give you some advice, okay? Because you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Okay, because I can see a lot of Geminis throwing a fit, but see, you forgot to emotionally take care of that person. You got ahead of yourself. You got away with yourself. You did. You just decided, I done secured this person. I done locked them down. Oh, well, no, not all the time, because Cancers, all water signs move quick. So that's why we got people that are bitter and they be like, oh, you a hoe. And no, that's not somebody being a hoe or stupid. It's just that they're going to go and they're going to do what makes them feel emotionally fulfilled at that time. So all water sign people are like that. They like to feel good. They like to be, you know, like Aphrodite. Can you imagine it's almost like you abandon the love situation. So they're thinking about leaving the situation. And I'm pretty sure that you are too. Okay, but let me ask Spirit for advice. Spirit, give me some advice on that. I feel like why wait around? Just do it. You know, what I sense is that both parties want to end it. Yeah, the Ten of Wands comes up. So Wands, wow, I didn't expect to see the Ten of Wands. That is kind of confusing. Why the Ten of Wands, spirits? Okay. All right. There's a spirit guide here. Sage of Swords. Ten of Wands, Sage of Swords. What is it? The Lovers. Yeah. They're saying something about you may be able to save the situation, but you have to be in touch with your self-love, because you know you treat your lovers the way you feel about yourself or the way you see yourself. So if you're literally providing an environment that is that of emotional abandonment and disappointment, you're gonna have to overcome this. Then that's what it is. A lot of y'all Geminis are dealing with generational hexes. So you may be overextending yourself to either friends, family, or something like that. It's time for you to make a choice and a decision. And today is the new moon. So you guys need to start thinking about your future and see. And then another thing is that a lot of you Geminis got these negative associations with people. So I can tell by the Lovers coming up that it's something going on. What's the next card? Yep. The Seeker. The Seeker comes up. So that actually is more so Virgo energy that's coming into the reading. That's weird. I can't really tell you know what, to be honest with you, I think that it's going to be a decision that you have to make on your own, because the Two of Swords does come up in reverse. So that means that you're allowing other people to get in your head and you're allowing them to put pressure on you and you're allowing them to emotionally manipulate your relationship. Come on, Gemini, you got to be stronger than that. Because eventually you're going to regret it. You're going to be feeling lonely. Because I can see that person walking away and you missing them. I feel like it's almost like they miss you and you miss them, but they will walk away regardless of how they feel about you. So it is sometimes love is not enough. You can love somebody all day and night, but that doesn't mean that, you know, they feel in that situation or that it's jiving with what they need energetically. And if you can't give a person what they need energetically, then I just don't know, you know, because you're not on the same page as them. And see, also there seems to be some kind of difficulty that they're having that you're not really, you know, being a helper on that situation. So let's move on to the Cancers, and then I'm going to take the caller. Cancers are definitely having problems in their relationship. It's either an earth or an air sign. The Nine of Pentacles comes up in the reverse position. So I feel like a lot of you Cancers are dealing with a partner that is using money to abuse you in some kind of way. Okay. And it's like an insecurity thing. Okay. Now, I would have expected to see the Cancers with the Five of Coins, like maybe, you know, maybe reverse though. And this is almost the same thing because I feel like you're not being made a priority, Cancer, and that's why you pissed. So it ain't that you're insecure. You're needing that security and you're going to go get it. You're not going to stick by somebody that makes you feel insecure, makes you feel left out in the cold. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to do that. I'm going to ask Spirit, what advice do you have? Like, give me some, not advice, give me some clarity on the Nine of Pentacles. Definitely either dealing with it's either an earth sign or an air sign. It could be another zodiac sign though. Yeah. Yep. You guys got the Ten of Wands, the Sage of Swords, and the Lovers. So a lot of you Cancers do have some kind of generational hex affecting you, just to let you know. But I feel like the Lovers comes up because there's a decision that a lot of you Cancers are making about your love life. And so the Seeker comes up again, which is the Hermit. So I feel like a lot of you are going to decide to end relationships with people coming up within the next several days. I can see endings coming up for a lot of you guys, but I feel like there's also another lover. I can see another lover that's coming in. They are earth sign energy and they seem to be offering you some financial security, Cancer. So you're making decisions right now about your love life. And, you know, I feel like, you know, you're going to choose what is stable versus, you know, now this air sign person did come up in the reading. So I do feel as though a lot of you Cancers might be making a choice between earth and air. It's got to be. And I just really can't believe that. That's crazy. Clarify this Sage of Swords. Whoever this Sage of Swords is, they don't want to take responsibility for nothing. You see what I'm saying? They just want to win. They seem to not really care. They don't seem to be a care bear, whoever this is. They ain't been taking care of you, Cancer. Okay, so the Ten of Pentacles fell out. I was trying to clarify the Sage of Swords. Spirit, give me some clarity on this Sage of Swords. Who is this? Okay, so the Sage of Pentacles comes up, the Mother of Cups, and then the Initiator, which is the Hierophant. There does seem to be some kind of love offer in some kind of relationship where you're being offered marriage. But to me, it seems like there's a couple of your spirits here that are saying, wait a minute, you know, we got to have financial security as well as emotional fulfillment. So I know that a lot of people are thinking, oh, well, how the hell do you pull that off? Well, cancers do it all the damn time. So, you know, that's the problem. So there seems to be also a problem spiritually. And then I can sense a couple of people possibly interfering that have to do with family, familials. And then also it seems like you, Cancer, you might be dealing with a lover that is, you know, just enamored with their family members. You know, one of them kind of people that just puts family first, and you like, well, what am I, chopped liver? Because cancers, you can't do us like that. I'm just telling y'all. I know that you know you think, well, this and no, you supposed to make. And I was actually going to do a hangout about this, but I decided to do this instead, a little bit more productive. But cancers have to be a priority. If we're not going to be a priority, it looks like, you know, because you can see the 10 of Pentacles fell out. So again, I feel like there are whoever this air sign person is, this person needs to be a little bit more stable. And also they need to be able to take care of you emotionally. So I can see a different type of relationship that I can see I can see two lovers for the Cancer, by the way. So make sure that when that person acts like a butthole, let them know that you got choices. Let them know that you have choices. And then also I feel like a lot of you Cancers may have gotten a little mushy around the belly area. That's okay. Do your squats. You know, because y'all, you know, Cancers, we Cancers are more prone to belly fat than any. And then also we're typically big-breasted women, because Cancers typically have pronounced chest area is typically what you can find on a Cancer woman. Okay. And so if you've gotten like that and you know, maybe your confidence was a little bit lowered or whatever, just do your squats and your crunches, you know, and do you some aerobics and stuff. Because that's what I can sense, especially with the 9 of coins in, you know, in the reverse position, you know. So I feel like there's still a choice to have and if your lover at any moment ever makes it seem like your body, like if you gained a little bit of weight, is pivotal in the decision that they're going to make about you, then just let them go. Don't ever be with somebody that is going to try to, because the initiator comes up. And see, that tells me that you may be dealing with a lover that doesn't necessarily, because I feel like there's some overweightness that's going on. There may be a possible weight problem on both sides, but especially if you're dealing with a man, it's okay for him to have a pot belly. But you know, you're a woman that's had 4 or 5 children, and they try to act like, you know, so women actually have more of an excuse to have to be a little soggy around the midsection, you know what I'm saying? But when you've got a lover that all they are is, that's all they're tripping off of is that, and that determines what, then let them go any damn way. Let them go. Cancer, I swear to the God, is you can find somebody that loves you through and through. Because what you go, like, it's not like you gonna lose a limb or no shit like that. It's not like that. But what if you did, and this person that supposedly loves you is gonna not love you and accept you because of, So then also I feel like a lot of you Cancers are dealing with a lover that for some reason they feel like they feel as though like whoever they are, they're very superficial. Very superficial. Whoever that air sign was, that's a superficial person that you're dealing with. Okay. And that is, I'm allergic to fake frauds. I'm allergic to frauds. Okay. So just to let y'all know, we're going to take a caller if they're still there. Caller, you're live. Caller, you're live. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Howdy.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? Thanks for calling in.
How are you?
I am doing wonderful on this. It's the weather is really nice. It kind of warmed up outside because it was cold as heck. Uh-huh. So tell me what's going on, because I already know. I already know it's something. So just give me a break and tell us like what your question is, and also your zodiac sign, if you don't mind.
Okay, so first, so when you were talking, when you doing general reading
Mm-hmm.
on like each zodiac sign, some of them that you said I really felt, because I was just like, dang.
Yeah.
And then like I'm a Cancer, like I'm a Gemini at times.
Mm-hmm.
I have Gemini, like physically, kind of mentally, but like on my emotional, I'm a Cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, I was like, oh my God, he just said everything like on how I felt, especially about the air signs like Libra and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but my question is, well, first I'm gonna give you a general overall background. Okay, so last Wednesday, they just passed. I had here it's a healthcare company. Interview. I felt like I've been manifesting, having an interview, getting a job, this, that, and the third. And then you know, most interviewers do not compliment you. Okay, so she was the first one that I actually had, and she complimented me. Okay, so then I left or whatever. So she was just like, she would give me a call.
Okay.
And if you get feel like in my heart, I do have the job, but I don't want to. I still want to keep my head saying, Jasmine, you could possibly get the job, but still manifest it. Because the one thing about me, I do not like keep saying that I have something and then it turns on me and I don't have it. So it's just like I stick in my.
So you've been having a hard time finding a job, right? How long have you been looking for a job?
So I just graduated high school. I mean, not high school. Just graduated college.
Oh, congratulations. Congrats.
Thank you. And then, thank you. And I was working with my aunt, but my aunt did me so dirty. So it's just like I lost. She did me really dirty.
Yeah.
So I worked since October, but I've been graduating since December.
So wait a minute. Your aunt did you dirty. Whoa. Let's stop. Let's ponder on that a little bit. Okay. When did she do you dirty?
Around it was between the mid-October to the end of October. She had placed me with a lady when I first started working with her. I was working with her the whole time, and then like she asked me, "Can I fill in for somebody like somewhere else?" So I said, "Okay." So then when I was going back to my regular job, she was like, "Well, you won't be working there anymore. This, that, and the third." So I'm just like, "Wait, what? I won't be working there anymore. I've been working there this long." And the lady that complained this, that, and third, but I'm not gonna be working anymore. She was like, "Yeah, I'll put another lady." So I was just like, I was telling her, so that the whole time was to get me out of there and put somebody up there. And then the lady she gave me, I didn't even work with her 2 days, and she already was dead.
Let's look at your let's look and see what the spirits want to tell you about your job situation. Okay. Spirit guides, what messages do you have for, you say you're a Cancer?
Correct.
Okay, Cancer caller about her job. What do you want her to know? Current, past, and future. Okay, let's see. Let's look at that first, because you said that your aunt did you dirty. And so that kind of sucks.
Exactly. When my had already told me, they was like, watch out for her. But I don't want to believe them, but they was like, watch out for her. And cause she had that.
Well, is your auntie, is your aunt like what did she do? Did she go to her church and pray for your downfall and shit? Because the you know, the hanged man and the king of coins comes up in the reverse position. So is she jealous that you're in school and stuff? You think that she could be jealous, maybe?
Honestly, sometimes only because when I get other jobs or newspaper company, I was gonna do that while I was in school. I did about a month and a half, but I noticed that it was stressful because I'm trying to go to school and I'm trying to do this overnight job at the same time. So it was very stressful. So I had to let that go. But when I had gotten that job, she was kind of jealous that I got it because it was going to kind of hinder me from working with her. But I was still trying to make it to her job and do that job while I was trying to go to school.
Yeah.
Stressful. And I could tell that my body was getting stressed because I started having a lot of attacks. I started being in the hospital because of panic attacks. And it was like just trying to calm down. I just was going through so much pain, this and the third, but it was just like it's your anxiety because of stress levels. You need to try to calm your stress. You need to find things to help cope with stress, which is I haven't been in like 6 months, which is I'm glad of that, and I do not want to make myself go back to the hospital, so knock on wood, but I've been out of the hospital for 6 months, and I'm not trying to go back, this, that, and the third, but I noticed that stress was taking a toll on me, because this lady had came up to me, she don't know me, or nothing, she spoke to me, she said, hey, and she was like, how are you? I said, I'm doing fine. She was like, I could just tell that you got a lot of stress on you, and it was crazy, because I don't know this lady, but she was able to tell.
Right, yeah, that is crazy. Well, I can definitely see that you're, what's your auntie's zodiac sign, by the way?
She's I think she's a Cancer. Her birthday is July the 6th.
Yeah, that's a Cancer. That's a Cancer.
Okay.
She must not be happy. Are you living with her or something?
No, I'm actually living with my grandmother.
Okay, so how is your aunt affecting you to this degree?
Like as of like working.
Do you think,
or like affecting?
Because what I can sense is that whenever somebody says this person did me dirty, and then there's a series of bad luck that follows it, a lot of times I'll suspect that that's a jinx or a hex, because people are doing that these days. So that's why I've actually had family members do me dirty. I've actually had my own mother do me dirty, right? Like, she knows that I have my own business, and my mother went and lied and told people that I was on a very dangerous drug. And so literally it was not true. And people that look and act and live like me, or, they can't, they're not on that drug. That drug is, but my mother did that to me, and it did affect me. It did. It affected me financially. It left me wide open for bullshit. And that's exactly what I can see that she did, because the hanged man comes up with the King of Pentacles flipped in the inverted position. So family is full of shit sometimes, because she might be a little jealous that you graduated and shit like that. Might be jealousy.
That's how I feel. I got a higher title than her for medical, and she's nothing but a CNA. And like I have a feeling that sometimes she be jealous just because I have a higher position or to make more than her. But what's so crazy, make more than me because you have business.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It sucks that family can't be happy for each other when it comes to success sometimes. What I would do is I would as far as somebody listen, Nobody has room for jealousy right now. Those games cannot be played. We are living in a society right now where times are changing. So when your familials are messing with your money, they trying to kill you. They trying to kill you. They trying to kill you because how you gonna eat? How are you supposed to eat? So people that do crap like that, sometimes you have to cut the ties with them until you get it together. So I cut her off. I cut just cut her off. She seems to be affecting you in some kind of weird kind of way. Hold on, I'll be right back. Give me a second, you guys. I'll be right back. So whenever family members start doing stuff like that, that's when it's time to cut ties with them. Or either talk to her. Have you tried talking to her? Have you tried communicating with her?
Afterwards, when she basically, you might as well just say I lost my job. You might as well just say she let me know. And then I didn't talk with her until Thanksgiving. Came up to me in Thanksgiving. I didn't want to talk to her then. But I'm the type of person, I'll forgive you, but I'm not going to forget what you did. But one thing about me, I have a thing of, even though I forgive, I still put it against them, basically. But
well, that's not good. That's not good. So if you go, you know what you just said it. That's because you were going to ask about your love life too. Right? You were asking about your love life also?
No, I was asking about my career.
Okay, just the career. Okay, I thought you had said something about a relationship issue before too. Okay.
But as far as that, I did just got to a point, like, when I noticed that I forgave her, but like I was still hitting it towards her, that it's still not forgiving her. So I just left her. I prayed to God. I left her all the time. And what's so crazy is because when I was on my training, it was hard for me because I was just like, I just got this car. It was crazy because I got the car. Like, as soon as I got my car, that's when I lost my job. I just said, Lord, I just got this car. Luckily, I put at least 3 payments down. I said, Lord, I lost my job.
Well, forgiveness is good. Forgiveness is good, though. You should definitely try to forgive. Get all that stuff off of you. Yeah. That's not good to stay wrapped up in anger and holding on to grudges. That I'm letting go of all of my grudges so that I can move forward in my life. I don't, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in moving backwards. I feel like people are okay with either moving backwards or staying exactly where they're at. And that annoys me. So, but let me ask you something. What is your relationship status though? Because I feel like Spirit's got a message for you about your relationships anyway. No, you're not asking. Hold on, I gotta wash my hands.
Okay.
All right, I'm back. Well, as far as with a job coming up, I do see something, a possibility, but what you got was the Lovers and the Death card in the future. which means that there is going to be, that's actually a job coming up for you, especially if you just graduated. You know you'll get a job, or are you worried about not getting one?
I'm not gonna say that I'm not worried about not getting one. My thing is well, kind of the way, because like I'm saying, for one thing, they already criticized you because I'm kind of overweight, being that I was on birth control. You know, birth control already puts a couple pounds on you.
Right.
That's just something that's so different. So for one thing, they're going to criticize you just by being a little bigger than others. That's my one thing. But when I stepped into that interview, it was I never so comfortable in the interview, and I'm very comfortable in the interview. I answered all her questions. She actually complimented me, and one of my career services from the school had called her and left a good report on me because I told her that I had an interview and stuff, and she said that she really felt nice about you, just saying the third. So like I really feel like I got the job, but it's still going to take some time before they consider seeing which one, because they have open.
Do you want to know if you're going to get that job? Is that what your question was actually? Did you want to know if you were going to get it?
Yeah.
You want me to ask if you're going to get it?
Yeah,
that one? Okay. Spirit Guides is Cancer caller. And then I'm going to wrap it up because I got a bunch of other callers that are waiting. Okay. Cancer caller. Is she going to get the job? Yes or no? And I'm going to tell you the truth too. Okay. Because we'll do a yes or no. Major arcanas and even numbers is yes. Odd numbers and court cards would be no. Okay. Let's see what they say. Because
I wouldn't feel like to do, anything.
Okay. Well, yeah, I did. I got a yes answer. But the spirits want you to know that, you don't, I mean, if somebody were to discriminate against you because of your weight, then that would be discrimination. But I feel like it's all about how you feel. So don't think don't think that your weight has anything to do with it. I mean, honestly, because, right off the bat, if you go into situations looking at it like that, then other people are going to pick up on it. See, other people, like for me, I know for me, I pick up on how that person feels about themselves as well. So confidence is very important. Whenever you're interviewing for jobs and stuff. So I wouldn't feel some type of way I wouldn't even worry about the weight thing while you're looking. But with that one, I do feel like you are going to get that job because they did say yes. Okay. Spirit said you got that job. Okay. You're welcome, honey. Have a good day. Love and light.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a few of these callers because I got a bunch of folks on here. Let me take the next caller that's been holding for a while. Caller, you're live.
Hello.
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 Hi.
Hi.
Hello. How can I help you?
My name is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I just had whatever information they want to give me, or would like to give me.
Okay, sure. Is there anything specific that you want to ask about? Maybe love, money, or you just want a general read?
I have been wondering if it's the right time for me to buy a house, and I also have an issue going on with my daughter's dad. So if they have one of those that can maybe help me on what to look forward to happen this year.
Okay. Okay. So which question did you want to ask first? Because I'll look at both of them. Sometimes you have to look at more than one question individually, but you said, is it a good time to buy a house?
Yes, buying a house this year, if it's the right time.
Is this the right time? I'm sorry, what was your zodiac sign? And I heard you getting ready to say your name, and you can definitely say your name, but you don't have to for privacy purposes, okay? Okay.
Okay.
That's why I kind of cut you off a little.
My name is Javetta.
Oh, Javetta. Okay, that's a cute name.
Yeah, Davetta.
Davetta. Okay, I
And
thought
my
you said
sign is
Javetta.
Scorpio.
Ah, cool, Scorpio. Cool. Scorpios is like dealing with a fire sign. You know, the because of the very passionate, deep emotions and stuff. Yeah, you guys are the masters at that. So, okay, spirit guides, guardian angels. What do you want? What do you want to say about buying a house? What messages do you have for Davetta about buying a house this year? You got the moon, the devil, the 9 of coins is in the reverse position. The page of coins is in the upright position, and then the 3 of swords is reversed. So I'm wondering if there's a problem with getting financed. You may run into finance issues getting financing.
Okay.
Because you know what? It seems like to me. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you married or single?
I'm single.
Okay. It seems like to me here lately, and I don't know if anybody else is picking up on this, but they are actually, it seems like there's this weird discrimination against women in buying houses. And I don't know if you felt that, but I felt that. But I feel like the financing is the one thing, like before you decide to buy a house, make sure that you got the financial stuff together. Now, I was looking at a yes or no answer. Not real sure why the moon card is coming up like this. It just kind of tells me that there is something weird that's going on here. It's got something to do with the divine feminine and the whole home buying thing.
And I don't know, like I had a realtor lady that I met, and she was gonna try to help me. And then recently, this other lady that I know, she said she could try to help me. I don't know if that's bringing up those two women, trying to help me to maybe get a house. But I've just put it off because of the situation that I'm going through with my daughter's dad.
Yeah.
And so that has kind of taken up some of my finances. So I don't know if that.
I can see that. Yeah. Is your daughter's dad like stalking you, or are you just being a butt?
Well, we're in we've been going through a court thing this whole year.
Oh God, he's one of them type.
A lot. Yeah, so it's costing me a lot of money to keep my daughter, protected, and
I can see that.
Fees and counseling fees.
Oh Lord, girl, you need me to work a court case on him. We can do a beef tongue on him and take care of that real quick. You need to go to my website, get a consult, because that in itself is gonna that situation is what's gonna prevent you from buying a house. And he's doing the shit on purpose too. Now, what is he doing? Like he got you in court and stuff? Funny. I love dealing with those types.
My daughter. Yeah. So my lawyer just told me Friday that the guardian had submitted some paperwork, and we're reading through it, and it's just all lies. And this is the second time he's lied in court. So, my lawyer said we got to do everything.
Liar, pants on fire.
Like the first thing it says is the reason why we're saying these things is because he left me. And I was like, what year is he in? I left him when she was 2 years old, and she's now just turned 7.
So basically
and they're believing everything he says.
He's feeding the judicial system money because you've got to pay lawyers, and that's taking money away from his child. And so my heart goes out to you, my goodness, because he's gonna, you gotta handle him. You gotta take care of him. I think that if you take care of him spiritually, then you'll save yourself some money, because and a lot of people are very afraid Now I can see that you got that fear though, and see he plays on that. And you know what? I can't stand when men do stuff like that, because how is that helping your daughter? And why would a man do that? Like, I run into so many women that say that, and you know, and I've ran into women that have been with women, and those women drug them into court all the freaking time after the relationship was over, and it's just because he don't want to let go. Or did you divorce him? Are y'all divorced?
Well, we were never married.
Okay.
But I left him when my daughter was 2, as soon as our lease was up, and I have been on my own ever since. And then this December of 2017 is when she told me something. And so right when that happened, I went to the police because I believe my daughter. And
so he molested your daughter?
She's a liar. Yes. And there's no way at the time my daughter was just not even a month of being 6 that she's going to know all these things and make all these things up and say it's her dad.
Oh,
and tell
wow. Yeah, I knew it when I saw that devil.
He got them believing. He got them believing he's the nicest person, and my daughter's like, I don't want to go with him again, and so we're fighting to keep her safe.
So he molested his daughter, and he's trying to use the court so that he can molest her again. Is basically what he's doing.
Yes.
Oh, what a
went to court.
Oh, wow.
The first time we went to court, he told the judge that he had a paper dismissing the charges. The judge didn't ask to see it, and my lawyer said, there's another case, because it happened in 3 different places, 3 different houses, and the judge never asked to see that paper. When my lawyer got a copy of the paper, it wasn't even addressed to him. It was addressed to his brother. But they were trying to use that to get access to her. And my lawyer said,
how old is your daughter now?
She just turned 7 in December.
Oh, wow. Well, you know what? That is priority over buying a house. I get it. But that sucks because that takes away the stability from his daughter. What a jerk. Oh, my God. And so they're trying to, or the court's giving him visitation?
He can get supervised visitation, and the guardian that lied him is friends, obviously.
But why does your daughter have to, your daughter is going to be forced to see her molester? This is horrible. What kind of system?
Yes,
go ahead.
That's what me and my lawyer have said. She didn't want to go, but they said she has no choice. She has to go, and it's supervised. And we complained.
Who is it supervised with?
Supervised visit person. It's a couple, and the man left her alone on one of the visits.
Oh my God!
And complained to the investigators, to the guardian, and to the lady at the supervised place. And she said, "Well, maybe he left for a little bit, but I was in the office." I'm like, "But that's not the whole point of it."
That is disgusting. Are you serious? And this is what's happening in the United States of America. This is sad. And you know what? They won't listen to the child. I've seen this happen so many times. Guys, let me say this real quick. I have seen this so many times, ma'am, to where and you know what? And what they'll do, it's almost like they're saying that he has a right to terrorize his child just because it's his daughter. So your father in the United States can molest you and then drag your mother in and out of court demanding visitation. And there's probably, because child molesters, they don't just limit the molestation to them. They allow others to molest. And let me finish throwing the cards on him, Spirit, because the devil did come up, and I could see that. The financial thing, and then disappointment, because see,
and that's how you said sometimes they go together, you know?
Yeah, he's going to, that's so sick.
And the lady is on his side when she's supposed to be thinking about the safety of the child, and she's trying to say in her document, my daughter's staging this.
So
And
you went to the
she just
police,
turned
right? You went to the police, right? And you did.
7. Yes.
Right.
I went-
So
I went
did
to the
he, and did he
police,
ever
I
go to
went
jail?
CPS.
Did he ever go to
No,
jail?
because we're still going through.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
the whole process that we're going through. It's been a year now.
Wow. So
But
in the
now
United States, you can molest your child and the child can say it. And so the child's voice is not being heard at all. Has your daughter been
and that's what,
have they gotten like a court appointed psychologist and stuff? They ain't I'm not gonna ask all that personal stuff.
I pay for counseling every week. I take her every Monday.
You are such a good mom.
And I pay a lawyer. And that's why I told him, why, if I made this up or she made this up, why would I be wasting?
You are such a good mom. Yeah. Yeah, I can see all of that. And yeah, it is going to prevent you from buying a house, but it's also because I got chills going up my legs because I feel like he's going to end up being alone with her. And I feel like he already has.
Oh, no.
Somehow been alone with her. Like those visits, like why would okay, you're a child, right? And that's your father, right? And he molested you.
Mm-hmm.
As a child, they're going to force you to go through the trauma more by being around that person as a child. Why, why not allow her to be a child and not have to worry about this person that has already molested her, but they want to further traumatize her. And this is how they, I swear to you, spirits, what messages do you have about the whole situation with the court custody battle? What do you see happening with that? Show me Devetta's ex. What's his name? You don't have to say his name for privacy reasons, because don't give up too much information, because people will start trying to looking up stuff. So we're not going to say your state or anything like that. But what is his zodiac sign?
He's February 9th is his birthday. I guess it's Aquarius.
So he's an Aquarius. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, air sign people, boy, they can really, really. Okay, let's see what's going on with this, because I just. Oh, and it feels like I want to throw up. Just to let you know what my spirits can see is they can see since he's using the court, they can definitely see him getting some kind of unsupervised visit with her and attempting to be alone with her. Again, he's got some kind of sick problem. He does. He's got some kind of sick problem. I can tell by the devil that shows up in the reading.
But he's very manipulating.
Is he guilty?
Everybody he's dealing with, they just think he's the nicest person, and
they always
only
able to
see what he lets them see in the supervised visit. I mean, he's not alone with her. Of course, he's gonna be.
Well, he'll get
person.
supervised visits, but eventually it's gonna advance. Eventually, he'll how now? And you guys have been going through this for a year, right?
Yes, when she reported it to me.
Let me tell you,
2017.
and he definitely did it. He definitely did it. I just asked the spirits, did he do it? And he definitely did.
I totally believe my daughter. I mean, and there's no way she could know this stuff or make it up, you know? And of course, it's her against adults saying she's lying. She's not acting like an abused child, but every child is different. She's
absolutely, yeah. How and how old is she again? Like, what's her age? What's her age again?
She just turned 7 on December 3rd.
Oh my God. I can definitely see it getting worse in the next. This is what I want. I know you are. I know you are, but you're going to have to protect her spiritually, because what is afflicting you is not only injustice, because the cards, I threw 15 cards for your readings. And what I got was the moon, the devil, the 9 of pentacles, the page of coins upright, and the 3 of swords. So this is his attorney, right? That's it. He's got an attorney, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then we've got the Queen of Wands is reversed. We've got the Page of Cups is reversed. So this is your daughter right here. We've got the 2 of coins reversed. You've got the Justice card reversed, and then the 8 of Wands reversed. And then the last cards that I threw was Temperance reversed. All major arcanas. Temperance reversed. The Chariot reversed, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, the Hierophant is reversed, and the Tower reversed. So he's and you know, it's a good thing that you're getting her the counseling and everything, but it's gonna eventually manifest itself as a hex, because did I feel like what I can sense is him touching her and then her touching him is what I can sense, because you know that I know that you're not, I don't even want to hear the details, but what it is it's
that's true. So she's told me what you said, him touching her, and recently she's told me that he made her do to him.
So he made her perform fellatio on him, is basically what he did.
Yes.
Oh, what a sicko. And this is America, folks. This is how we regard our children, you know, because and yeah, how could she make that up? And she only like 6 years old. Wow.
So when this happened, she would, the way she showed me, and because she doesn't know time or months and stuff, so the only way I could think of to ask her when it happened, the school pictures, I asked her, do you remember what teacher's classes you were in? And so she pointed at the class that she had that it started happening, and it happened in. So it was the year, I guess, when she was like gonna be 5, or 4 through 5, and then that's when she told me right when she turned 6.
Oh, and you know what? It's her safety's in danger too, because he, you know, a lot of the times what they'll do is they'll tell them, if you tell, I'll kill you. That's usually the way, the terror that they put in these children's minds. You know what I'm saying? And
and that's why she didn't tell me for a while. She said she was afraid, because like he would tell her that I was going to be mad. And
so this was going on for a while, and it happened more than once. This was a regular basis while he had access to her.
Yes. And
okay.
Yes, on his.
And they're saying that it's not true.
That he lived.
They're saying that it's not true, because your daughter is not appearing to be put. Because let me tell you something. It's a program. You know what your ex did to your daughter was he's transferring all kinds of entities and demons to her. So they're waiting for them to manifest. They want her to start, you know, doing things to herself. You know, they want her, you know, because they're trying to open up that gateway in her too young. And, you know, that is how they're able to possess and take over someone's mind. Basically, what your daughter has done, though, is she has put those memories away. And then also you've done a good job with, you know, helping her understand it and everything. But I think that it's important to keep him away from her if a child is saying that her father did that to her. And, you know, that could potentially be dangerous, because what if he punishes her for telling?
That's what I'm afraid of. If he tried to have access to her so many times, you know, no, I want my weekend with no supervised visit. And my lawyer's like, a lot of times that's when they kidnap them or they
Mhm.
threaten them so they get that one chance.
Exactly.
And she was like, no, we are not going for that. And that's why he had to do the supervised visit.
Yeah. Wow. What are the police saying about this? Because I noticed that the police are finding out about a lot of crimes that are being committed and they're not following up on them. So what have the police done about this? Nothing, I guess. They ain't did nothing, have they?
No, so their advice was, when this first came out, they said, let her go back with him again and let it happen to her again, and then we can get him. Or you can hire a lawyer and take her to counseling. I said, I will not let my daughter have to go through this again. I will hire a lawyer.
Oh my God, are you serious, ma'am? Ooh, Lord have mercy. It's we going so listen, I'll take your court case for you. You really need some spiritual help with this, because right now what you're dealing with is everything flipped upside down. That's not a normal occurrence. You got a manifestation of a full-fledged hex that's manifesting all of it. So we need to,
my lawyer.
Yeah.
My lawyer's from a different county, and she's just like, oh my God, you just have the worst guardian, the worst CPS person. Like, I hate to say it, but she goes, they are not out for the well-being of the kids. Like,
obviously.
And no one believed her.
Wow.
And so, and that's making it real hard on my daughter, because she tries to say stuff and she's young, so trying to.
And you know what they're going, what they're trying to do? You know what they're trying to do? They're trying to tell her that it didn't happen. But then again, I think that he's so ruthless to the point where she sees him, she already know what's up when she sees him. So that's something that's going to forever be in her mind. And let me tell you something, you got to get this out of you. It is demonic, and I can sense it's coming from your mom's side of the family. And you know what? It's not that it's your mother's fault, but I can sense that this is manifested previously on your mother's side of the family before. And it's got something to do with your mother, because that's why that moon card came up. So what's up with your mom?
She's also an Aquarius, but I mean, I don't.
Was there anything in her family like that? Well, let me ask about you. Were you molested as a child?
No.
Okay, so you weren't. So this is something that just manifested generationally for in your daughter's generation. So this is like so I'm wondering, it's definitely on his side of the family. Your ex's family is definitely in his family. And being that your daughter is his daughter, then that's why it's affecting her. And,
his brother molested his daughter and got her to take out what she said. So I can see, how my lawyer said something must have.
Go ahead.
We think from her.
You were kind of breaking up a little bit. What were you saying again?
Oh, I said, we think that something had gone on in his family, the way his brother did it to his own daughter too. Yeah. And got her to say that she made it up. And we think that's why he was trying to get access that first time in court to my daughter.
But see, because he's had that in his family, what he's done is he's passed it to you. And so now you're under that blanket of those entities, because when you think about it, it is a very demonic occurrence to do that to a small child, that, you shouldn't be doing that. It's obvious that doesn't make sense, but I could definitely see that perversion you know, with that devil card coming up, and so yeah, so it's a generational hex that starts with you, him, and your daughter, and that's gonna have to be broken.
Okay.
Because what it'll do is it'll start to affect your life, and it already is, because you're spending all this money, and thank God you're strong. You have to spend all this money to keep you, and that's not justice at all. It's just feeding the system. It's such crap. America's gonna have to get it together. That's probably,
Yeah, and I'm doing everything I can. I'm working extra hours. I'm dog 16. I'm doing everything I can to make ends meet, just so I can keep her safe. But I'm like, as long as I have to do it, I'm going to do it.
You keep
on.
I
can't let her go back into that situation.
Keep on, but you know what? Get your spiritual protection, because guess what? And you can let it out, because I already know you're going through it, because that. And to think, because that's not justice. And then also just to think that, people would do that. But you know what? They always do that. Whenever a woman says that they were raped, nobody ever believes them. Nobody ever believes them. It's unless they're obviously lying, like there are women. But why would a small child isn't gonna do that? And then especially being that you've got the circumstances are repeating. But see, you know what? The police, they're too busy locking up people for, crap and drugs and stuff to actually protect our children. Our children are not the priority.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. And they haven't. And to think that the police would tell you, let her go back over there and see if it'll happen again, and get more. Let them go more. Let them go further with it. Because let me tell you something.
Yeah, and I said no.
He's planning on penetrating her, if he hasn't already. Have you taken her to the doctor?
When I did take her to the hospital, and when I did take her, the doctor said, no, take her to the children's hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And when I did, they said, it's too late. It has to be within so many days.
Right, for them to do a rape kit, it does.
And it had, yes.
But he had kept her. He had kept her for a few days, right? Wasn't she in his custody?
Yes.
And so he did it, and then he waited until it was too late for her to go and get the rape kit. But have you visually observed her down there and seen any signs of her being open?
Well, I took her to the doctor, and I released all the medical records and told them these were all the times that she would complain it was hurting, and I took her to the doctor, and it was every time after she came back with him, and they would just say, "Oh, well, she's a little overweight."
I'm gonna ask this: is her virginity still there? Because, it sounds to me that he hasn't done that yet, but he will eventually. And the one thing that you don't want to happen. Let me just tell you this. The one thing that you don't want to happen is you don't want him to completely possess and take over her completely, because what she'll do is she'll start to get Stockholm syndrome, and she'll start to get used to it, and then she'll turn against you.
And that's what he was trying to get her to do.
Yeah.
Saying, he would always tell her, she said, be mean to mommy. And she did say he used fingers all the time. But it would seem like the stuff he was trying to teach her was, like you said, give that. And then she would say, as much anymore. That's what she told me.
He could have broke her hymen just with his fingers, though. A young child that young. Let me ask Spirits, is it still there? And you know what? I'll tell you something. It's sad.
She would say to stop.
Yeah. She would tell him to stop, and what?
And, he wouldn't stop, and he'd hold her down, and she couldn't breathe.
Yeah, well, no, it's not there anymore. He took that from her forever. It's not there anymore. And And, you know, yeah, it's definitely not there anymore. I got a no answer. But it's almost, it's like a sick, twisted, it's very sick and twisted what he did, what he's doing. And is he a practitioner? Does he practice any kind of black magic or anything that you know of?
No, that's what I know
Okay.
of.
Well, he's got black. He's definitely got a bunch of spirits on him. Um, Definitely can see that.
And what do you mean by that? Like
It's a lot of
protecting
spirits around.
him, or
Yeah, they're protecting him and they're helping him. They're feeding off of your daughter. Does she sleep a lot? Is she tired a lot?
no, not really. She was always trying to get her to sleep. For a while, she didn't want to sleep because she was so scared after when this first happened.
Mm-hmm.
She was afraid that the monster was going to get her, which ended up being him because everything happened in the dark, she said.
I believe he had sex with her.
Always,
he penetrated her with his penis. And it probably scared the shit out of her.
Yeah,
because yeah. Go ahead, honey.
yeah, she was scared forever of the dark and didn't want, like, I leave the lights on night, so she has a light. And
poor baby.
She wouldn't want to go to sleep. She would be up for like until she fell asleep, sitting up or just there because she was always afraid that he was going to come and get her.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's not how she was, before. So I knew my daughter's not lying, but it's proven to people that meet her once or twice for less than 30 minutes, and they go by what they see. Oh, she's a happy kid. Oh, nothing's wrong with her. She's not showing signs. Well, yes, you guys all told me let her be a kid, keep her involved in things, keep her around friends and family. And
unbelievable.
Because she seems to be acting normal to you, nothing happened to her.
It is
all kids and all people show signs different.
Right. Absolutely. But that's what they're looking for. They're looking for her to start, like, because I get the sense that your daughter still has a lot of innocence around her, even though that happened, which is very good. But eventually, if you don't, because what it is you need to start taking care of her spiritually now, because that way she'll be able to deal with it later and start, because I do sense that it's and you know what, that demon is in him, and he's almost in love with his own daughter. He is. It's like he wants to.
I even told them in the report.
Yeah.
I told them that he used to call and tell her, "You're my girlfriend. You're my girlfriend. You're my wife," and she'd be like, "No, I'm not. I'm not your girlfriend or your wife." And I'd be like, "Why are you even telling her that?" "I'm just playing." I said, "But you don't say something like that to a kid."
That's crazy.
But now that I think about it, it makes sense that if he was doing those things to her, he's sick. He's sick.
Yeah.
Saying those things. And now, like I said, just things are coming together. Like, he would use certain words that, okay, of course we're not going to think the head on her hair. We're going to think, we're going to think the head on her hair, not a different type, know? Like, he was using certain words, so if she said anything, we wouldn't think anything of it. But now everything's making sense.
Yeah.
And for her age, she is very, still a child. I mean, I don't let her watch certain things, and she's not exposed to certain things. So she is very much younger for her age.
Right.
The way she acts and talks and stuff.
Right. Wow. Yeah. Well, she acts young for her age or old for her age? Is she real
younger than her
younger than her age? Yeah. Well, you know what? And so he's been grooming her to he's been grooming her.
I believe that.
So children that are going, like it's a sick daddy daughter thing that he's got going on with her. So and it can cause psychological problems for her later on. You know, and to the point where she, well, and you know, so anytime something like that has happened to a child, it's really important to, okay, honey, okay. It's really important to remove the hex as quickly as possible, because what it'll do is it will eventually cause her to start becoming sexually promiscuous. And, you know, she may even eventually, you know, because he's wanting to stay in her life, you know, so that's something that you know, may want to talk to someone spiritually about. You can definitely contact me. Now, uh-oh, baby. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on, baby. You okay, baby girl? You okay? You okay, mama? Sorry, hold on. My daughter and the baby getting ready to go. They getting ready to go somewhere. Okay.
It's okay.
She got her in the car seat. So you may want to burp her or something, because she's acting like she's having trouble breathing or something. Because she started, like, I don't know, and I couldn't, she was choking on something, and then she, take her out real quick, because make sure that she's okay. Come here, mama. Yeah, we need to just get her out and burp her. Okay.
I need to,
here.
Can you make it, can you like?
Because I'm kind of in the middle of something though right now. So okay. So this is what I'm going to suggest. I feel like you definitely do possibly need some help with it. It sounds like you've got the legal case. I would still go ahead and get some protection, because like something ain't right with that. For the police to say that, I mean, my God, does he know the police? That is bizarre. For the police to ever tell you to go and
taking his side.
Yeah,
I've seen. Believe him. I mean, I'm not in their ear like he is. I mean,
it's not that they. It's not that they believe him. It's just that they feel that it's okay. You know, they're demonic right now. Everybody around you is demonic, including the attorney, because the attorney is getting paid for it too. So all of that whole system is sucking you dry. And it's very unfair, because you shouldn't have to pay money to protect your child. That's crazy, but you're doing it because you're a good mom, and that's what you're supposed to do. So keep doing that. But I do feel as though, and I can't really discuss, because we need to do a consultation. If you decide to do that, you can go to my website. Okay. I don't want to talk too much about the legal stuff here, because honestly, but I can already tell that it's one of them setups. It's a weird setup. And it's one of those things to where, your daughter, your child, the one that you love, is supposed to just slip through the damn cracks. And you're supposed to just say, well, it is her father. So, because there's a lot of women that'll be passive, and they'll be like, well, that is her father, even though the child has said, and I did see that he's had sex with her. I did see that in the dark. So he wasn't putting just fingers in her. He actually penetrated her. And what that means is that it's something that he's already put in her. You're going to start seeing it manifest in a few years. It'll get worse. It's not going to get better. Is what I'm telling you. Just because of his will. His will is to have sex with his child. That's why he had her. That's why he wanted her, so that he could fulfill this sexual fantasy. And it is something demonic that's attached to his father too, because I kind of think that there was some things that was going on with his father and maybe his sisters. Does he have sisters?
He has one sister and he has a bunch of brothers.
Mm. Okay, and so how's the sister doing? Because the sister, I can tell you right now that I believe that the brothers, just, you know, with just that one sister, I can only imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Is she messed up in the head or on drugs or, you know?
No, she's older than him. Her and her brother, they have different dads, but their dad took them away, I think she said, when they were like 10.
Mm-hmm.
So she doesn't have anything to do with the mom and the brothers at all, except for the one brother that is from the same dad.
And you know what that means. If she don't want nothing to do with them, you know that they possibly must have done something to her. That's what that's about. But
Yeah.
it's kept on the hush hush. You know, a lot of times people don't even go to the police about that. A lot of, and see, that's the one, you know, the police, they don't want to get involved unless the child is split open, cut open, shot, beaten, and literally, you know, I mean, I'm just telling you, that's kind of how the police are. They don't feel like there's a real injury if they don't see it. And, you know, if it's not gouging open and she's not having some kind of trauma. But it is a trauma because she's, you know, being introduced to sexual energy by her father. So, you know, so I'm so sorry.
Okay,
yeah, and then being, and yeah, absolutely. Because that's probably why you don't even really hear about this too much. Like a lot of times it's going on and people usually, you know, keep it on the hush. They don't usually want to report the person that's doing it. So you're very brave. So right off the bat, that makes you public enemy number one. The fact that you reported it. Oh, how dare she go and report this? So there are demons that are working on his side.
As soon as I told him, because he was like, well, I'm going to go pick her up because it was his weekend. And I said, let me have her for a day because he was going to take her for New Year's. And I said, no, she won't be going with you. And he was like, why? And I said, because she told me something. And he goes, what did she tell you? Are you going to believe a 5-year-old? And I said, yes, I'm going to believe a 5-year-old. And what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to report this to the police tomorrow.
Wow.
And then what I said, well, whatever they do, that's what's going to happen. And then he was like texting.
Oh, also like, another thing I can see him working with a practitioner. That's why everything is all weird. That I threw he's working, he's doing something. The cards that I threw out when I asked about her hymen and whether or not it was there or not, because I can see her physical body through the cards. And I could actually see the sex act when he performed it on her. Because the death card, okay, so this is what came up. The King of Pentacles upright. It was reversed. The Magician is upright. The Page of Wands is upright. The Death card was reversed, and the Ace of Wands. And see, that's his penis, right? When you know what I'm saying. The Cup is the woman, and so you can tell that at that moment, you know, that was her virginity that got taken. So, but he's doing some kind of magic to protect themselves. And so that's why shit is weird. That's why the police are like, let her go back over there and let it happen again. Huh? You know, because they don't want it to be traumatizing.
Yeah, I didn't understand though. Why would you even tell a parent that? Like,
yeah,
you know, why would you put a kid through that?
That's weird. Very, very weird.
Enough that they're telling that you're gonna make them seem like you don't care.
Because it's demonic. Because it's demonic is what's going on. So yeah, I'm so sorry that you're going through this, you know, but definitely contact me. And then we can, you know, yeah.
How do I contact you? Through the same number, or what is your website?
Well, this is just the call-in number for the free readings. My website, I can actually, are you looking at me live as well? because I'm live on YouTube as well. Can you see me online on YouTube? Because the you can get the link to my website from the video description box of the video. And then I'll also link it in the chat room over there. My business phone number is 770-686-7461. But what you can do is just feel free to go to the website and get a consultation. And my consultations do last for up to 2 hours sometimes. And so I thoroughly investigate the whole situation, because there's a reason why this is happening. And it is very tragic. That entity does not care about your child at all. It just wants to feed off of her sexual energy. And it's very perverted, and it's been in him for quite some time. It's been in him for quite some time, but he was waiting for her to get older, and and I guess to a pedophile,
Can you
5 or 6.
Can you tell about how long this was going on? I mean, like, she had just said when she was 5, but then when she showed the pictures, like pointed at the pictures, it seemed
it started when she was about
the age.
It started when she was about 3 years old. Was when it started, is what I can see, but I can confirm that spirits. It was little stuff, because did he used to babysit her and stuff like that, like when you were gone or at work or whatever. Like, it would be times when he would be alone with her. Like, every time he was alone with her, he was doing something.
Yes. Because sometimes he switches jobs and homes, like every 2 months, like every 2 months, 3 months. And when he worked an evening job, he worked evening and day jobs, and somewhere out of the country, and he'd be home for a month. So he started offering to help, which I thought was like, wow, okay, he's not paying, but it doesn't matter. He's helping me out because I have a busy schedule. But I didn't know he wanted to help because of these things he wanted to do to her.
How
until
long?
She finally told me, and I was like, you are not going back.
How long was this going on? What do you want the mother to know about how long it's going on? Okay, let's see here. Yeah, between the ages of 2 and 3, it started about when she turned about 2.5. Okay, and I got a confirmation on that because I could see it before, and again the 3, because at first it was the 3 of Swords inverted, but this time the 3 of Cups came up inverted. So yeah, you can tell that it started.
Okay, and that's when we split up, and when he started having her alone.
Yep, it would definitely make sense. So yeah, he's been doing that for years, and now that she's finally, old enough to tell you, which thank God she's okay, but it's inside of her. It's dormant. So and so yeah, so and you can go to the website.
Getting her help.
Yeah, go ahead.
And getting her help spiritually, is that gonna help her to talk about it more to the authorities, or is that gonna make her forget everything? I mean,
no, it definitely is not going to make her forget. It'll probably actually open, but see, that's why we need to do the consultation, and so that's actually a very good question. And it'll more than likely open her up more so that she can articulate. Hey baby, so that she can articulate it better. No, it's definitely not going to make her forget, because she's never going to forget that. Okay. The moment he did that to her, it created a scenario, a road for her to go down. So what the spirits are going to do though, is they are going to more than likely you probably want to go ahead and unearth that. I would do it as early as possible because eventually when she starts to go through puberty, it's gonna come out then.
Mhm.
And then she'll have like daddy issues and stuff. And like I said, I feel like if you remove the hex, which is what we need to talk about, that demon will leave her alone because right now it just wants, and then maybe that'll clear up the court stuff by itself. But the court stuff, see, it's advanced. You know, it basically, you know, whenever there's a hex, it can manifest itself as a broken relationship. It can manifest as a lost job, you know, but in this case, because it's generational on his side, so she's going to have a generational hex removed from her. Okay. She's going to have that done because otherwise that demon is just going to keep wanting to bring the father-daughter perversion back together over and over again. And see, when she gets older is where, because I'm gonna tell you something, she's young now. What I could see in the future in the next 3 years is just you being heartbroken, because what he'll do is he'll completely possess her and he'll turn her against you, and then she'll just be his daughter and his lover at the same time. And yeah, so I've you know what I'm saying? Because if he, let's say on some level, because the only reason why you okay, the reason why things have not progressed and why he doesn't have access is because you're paying that money and you're dealing with the attorney. But what about when she does get older and she starts to ask about her father? Because that's gonna happen. So it's best to unearth it now, because his energy is in her. Even though right now she perceives it as being bad, energetically he can wake her up even from a distance, especially if he's an Aquarius, because air sign people, yeah, you can, girl, my daughter just takes all my money. Yes, you can get some root beer. Okay, so yeah, hold on a minute, guys. I need to say something to my daughter real quick. Hold on, I'm just gonna mute real quick. Hold on, guys, hold on. Okay, all right, I'm back, y'all. Okay, sorry about that. So so yeah, I'm glad that you called in today. So yeah, definitely go to my website and we can talk about, I feel like right now what needs to be handled is the situation because that's just sheer terror. Nobody should have to fear for their child to be molested. No mother wants to go and say, okay, bye, just go get molested. No mother wants that for their child. So that's horrible. Yeah. So you can definitely contact me, and I can help, because what I can see is that it will start to wear at you, and I can see about the third year, because he's gonna keep fighting, and it's gonna get worse when she turns around 8 years old, because for some reason that entity, because I believe it's because certain chakra points develop at certain points. And that's why it's certain ages that sends this demon into a frenzy, and it wants sexual energy with young children that are not necessary. They're not ready And especially for them to go through that with their father is just terrible. But he'll start to pursue her.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like it's like a pursuit, and he's using the courts to do it. And he's bold, because I saw that he definitely did do it. He bold.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not afraid of him,
her.
so you can
I don't think
definitely.
she's lying.
Yeah. Well, I'm not afraid of him. So you can definitely contact me. I'd be happy to, to help you out, to tell you what, because it's the whole court thing is a way of distracting you from what's going on. So there's a lot of other details, because right now you're just in survival mode, and your daughter needs stability in her life.
Yes.
I feel like to
Yes,
get her that stability, you're going to have to do it spiritually. It's the only way. And does he know where you live by chance? Like, does he have your address?
Yes, because we've lived here for a long time. It's him that constantly moves, and we never know, where he's living from month to month.
Yeah. And
that's why I told my lawyer, I do not want him to have access to her and have unsupervised visits and start going like they're saying that, if the judge goes with the guardian's order,
mm-hmm.
he could be anywhere, take off with her, because he can't keep a job.
Yeah, and he can take her over to his
house.
Yeah, he can take her over to his perverted buddies' houses, and and these days, they doing everything in their power. And the fact that she said that about her father, and he's, energetically, what I'm getting from him is that he wants to punish her in some kind of way. So you're right on with not having him alone with her. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I'm trying to do everything, but I don't know what else to do. And my lawyer said we're gonna fight, but I don't know what the next step is.
Well, you need to contact me, because eventually he's gonna win that court case. Eventually, the spirits could see in about 3 years, because it's gonna wear you down. It's gonna start to weigh at you, and so you need to have the spirits set up. You need to deal with this spiritually. Okay, and so but you can get help, because even though it seems bad right now, it will get better, and it can get better. You just have to, listen to the signs, because there's a reason why you called in to speak to me about this. You know what I'm saying? Because, that because that eventually you're going to start breaking down. It happens.
I think I already have.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to be strong.
But you've been able to put yourself back together. Yeah. Yeah. And you need some guidance on this. So definitely contact me. I'd love to talk to you. I even have openings for today too. So, yeah. So just go to the website, and then we can talk. And then that way we'll be in private. I do my readings all the way up to 8 p.m. Eastern. So there's time slots for all of those times, like in between there. So I'll book you at whatever time. What I do is I send you my booking link, and you schedule it at whatever time you need. So,
okay.
Yeah. What time zone are you in?
I am in, what time is it right now?
Well,
it is 12:30 here right now.
Okay, so you're in Central, so yeah. So it shouldn't be hard to get you scheduled. So yeah, and then that way we'll have privacy, because right now we're live and people are listening. You know what I'm saying? People can hear us. So but I thank you so much for telling your story, because a lot of people need to hear. And they need to hear your strength and the strength of a woman, and you're a single mother as well, ain't you? You see how magnificent single mothers are?
Kids.
Yeah. You are an amazing mother.
Believe your children and do whatever it takes.
Yeah. Yeah. She's not making that up. He did that. He did it. He did. So we can definitely talk about it in private, and we'll have you know, because a lot of other energies are kind of floating around here and everything. But I can definitely help you because you can't go through that for too much longer. It's already the trauma and the tragedy of dealing with your daughter going through this. And, you know, and it's attaching itself to different chakra points and feeding off of everybody in your household. And that's what it does. You know, when your daughter's upset, does she have like moods? You're going through everything for her, which is, so your daughter is having mood swings and stuff. So she's displaying signs of trauma. And you know what it is because they're attacking her too, because they want to shut her up. She probably has more colds. She probably has throat issues. And, you know, you said that she said that she was hurting. So, you know, and did they clear her of infections and stuff? Did they give her, because, you know, a lot of times if they don't believe her, then they probably wouldn't swab her to make sure that she doesn't have anything. Has she been?
Yeah, no, they didn't swab her or anything. They just looked at her body on the outside. And she hasn't had any more of the issues.
Okay, well, that's good.
This whole year that she hasn't been with him. She has not been to the doctor since.
That's good. That's good, because she was probably going back and forth to the doctor because of, you know, what he was doing. Well, yeah. I look forward to hearing from you, and then I can, because I get the sense that because we've already taken up like 2 hours on Blog Talk. So we'll probably have to talk a couple of hours longer. No. And I definitely got the time a little bit later for you because, you know, I feel like it's, you know, something your spirits led you to me so that we can, you know, take that pressure off of you, because that's not fair. Okay, it's not. And I could see you not getting a fair shake with the whole situation. Okay. All right, hon. So don't be afraid to cry either. Don't ever be afraid to cry. When you cry, that's bad energy leaving your body. Let it out. You know, rinse your face off. Let you know, shed as many tears as you need to, especially today, because today's the new moon. So, you know, yeah. Yeah, so let it out, and then we'll talk later, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Love and light. And I'm hugging you guys. We are sending you healing energy and stuff, you know?
Thank you.
You're welcome, hon. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, it was so hard. So I'm definitely gonna talk to her later. Poor thing. I'm so sorry, guys, that took up, like, we still have another hour left on Blog Talk. So give me a few minutes to drink some water, guys, and kind of light some incense, because that was really an intense reading. That was not a mini reading. That was more so a full reading, but we needed to hear that. We actually, you know, I thank the spirits for her beautiful energy. And I can just see her daughter has a very beautiful energy as well. And, you know, I'm just glad that the spirits brought her to me, you know, because they are definitely in good hands. Okay. All right, I'm going to take the next caller in just a minute. Let me light an incense and smoke of air and fire of earth. Cleanse and bless this home and hearth. Drive away all harm and fear, and only good may enter here. And if spirits threaten us in this place, fight fire and water by water. Banish their souls into nothingness and remove their powers until the last trace. Let these evil beings flee through time and through space. Okay, so if you guys want to try to talk to me, and I will try to definitely make sure that all of the readings are shorter, because I've got a few of you on the line. And let me just air out a little bit, guys, because that was really intense before I move on. But I know that the next person is going to have an extremely healing energy. I can already feel them. So it's
60 seconds.
Make sure y'all call in. You got 60 seconds to call in if you're listening on Blog Talk. Or if you want to talk to me. I'm going to try to get the rest of you guys in the last hour of the show. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that y'all hit that thumbs up. That was really intense, guys. Like whew, I need to throw an oracle card on that one. So I'm sure that she's still listening. I'm going to throw an oracle. Spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels, what messages do you have today for us? I already know that Archangel Raphael
10 seconds.
is, I can already sense his work. Yeah. See, the sacral chakra card came up, and then the gratitude, third eye chakra, and the fire elemental. So the root chakra came up. So let's do a little bit of root chakra clearing. Guys, I'm going to do a root chakra clearing meditation real quick, okay? So just bear with me for a moment. We're going to do a cleansing, balancing. If you guys are sensitive to those frequencies, then
where
you may
everything's
want to
just a few
mute
clicks
for a
away,
few
buying
minutes
a
or
car
so.
should be no different. That's
Okay. Yeah, we need to do some. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, that feels good. Poor thing. The stress of it all. The stress of it all. Of having to keep your ex off of his own child. I just couldn't even imagine. Good Lord. Okay. Caller, you're live. Caller, you're live. Are you there? Did I lose you? No, you're still there. Hello, can you hear me? You might have to unmute yourself or something. They've been waiting for a while, too. Okay, I'm going to place you back on hold and take another caller. Caller, you're live.
Hello, it's Danny.
Hi, this is Terra Queen Jamila.
Hi.
Hello, how are you today?
Is that me? Are you listening to somebody?
No, I'm talking to you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You are.
Yep.
Yes, I can.
How are
Oh,
you?
I'm really grateful right now. I'm fine, and I'm very grateful you spent so much time with that lady, and I hope
Yeah.
prayers go out her way
Yeah.
for the whole situation. And we need to pray over our court systems for our children.
Yes, I felt you coming. I felt your angelic energy. You are one of those incarnated angels. I can tell by your voice.
I'm so shocked because I turned into that I'm the next one.
Yeah.
I was going to be a strong healer, and I've been told I'm a healer all my life. And I buzzed in so late. You were already, I must be way down the list.
Yeah. 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 Well, we appreciate your beautiful energy today. I know I already feel better. Yeah, that was really heartbreaking.
I had a friend that went through something, more than one friend that went through something, but I was going through something, and I remember she said, with all your problems, I'd hate to be you, and I just looked at her because the horrifying stuff that her daughter went through, and it started as a baby. He was harming the child as a baby.
Yeah.
And I just thought there would be no worse for her, for anybody to see their child
Yes.
violated on so different levels.
Yeah. 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 And
I
go ahead.
and I ask all your listeners that when we get off the air, just to send a healing and
Mm-hmm.
safety and financial and I can see you doing this for free, but I don't want you to. We all need, it's none of my business, but
Yeah.
just, I want you to be, I want you to be, it's going to drain you too.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know how it's going to drain you, but it's going to drain you. So I ask all your listeners to, send goodwill and thought, and if they can just send you a couple bucks here and there just to support this, because it's worldwide. We're not talking just here and there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And did you hear what the police said to let her go back over there so that he can do it again to make sure that he did it the first time? And it's like, this is our judicial system. This is so.
The thing is the way our system's set up, it's good that the police can't just go in and yank you out and say, well, you're accused and, judge, jury, and, executioner. I mean, that system's really good. Most people that go into law enforcement go in with a extremely good intention, and they find out in a very short period of time that they cannot change the system.
Right.
And
so they end up giving in. Yeah. They end up just kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to become emotionally detached. And it's not, that's their option to give somebody. It's not the option that they're saying. They're just saying that they know that this works, and they're bold enough and experienced enough to tell the parent, we can do it this way. This is a way we can catch them.
Yeah.
So to look at it a little bit more different of an angle, saying, oh, the cops are into it, or protecting. No, their hands are tied. They can only do so much.
Yeah.
We should be actually thankful that they're willing to be that blunt and honest with us.
Yeah,
absolutely. Give us the options that are for us. And you're one of the options.
Yeah.
You can do huge prayer, spiritual warfare, and this and that. And don't anybody just jump into spiritual warfare. You have to know what you're doing and be totally protected.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Yeah. And I know nothing about spiritual warfare other than, it's scary and I don't want to be there.
I don't blame you.
We are on some level here. Whether we're in the game or we're in the game or not.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right, and we're all witnessing it and we're all seeing it. And I'm right in the middle of it because I'm a practitioner, and I deal with the serious stuff. I always do. I always have. And I've had just that would be about probably, I mean, that's countless women, that would be countless women that have contacted me about the same exact thing. And it just so happened that one came in on a day that I was doing many readings, but I do these free readings, and it's because it is volunteer work, because it's my way of reaching out and helping, and it does help people, find me, because otherwise they wouldn't find you. They wouldn't know that you existed to get the guidance, you know, that they need, because, you know, I can imagine just the number of women that just wanted to protect their child, and they didn't have the, you know, the spiritual backing, and they just had to give in. And then the child ended up going back to that situation and ending up, you know, having something worse, you know, either getting pregnant by her father, which happens, or either, you know, worse than that, you know.
Right.
And here's what I want to say, guys, about when you are an older person and you take somebody's virginity and you take advantage of them, it is considered to be death. Because what I saw in the cards, when I looked at the actual thing and I could see, you know, the truth of what he did to his own child, the death card was in the reverse position. Because when you do that to a child, you change them forever. And the court system the courts, the police, everybody is very apologetic about it. They don't see it as that. They don't see it as being this life-altering experience that could potentially ruin this person's life. They don't see it as that. But I think the reason why things happen and negative stuff happens afterwards is because that entity stays. It's definitely a demonic entity. And see, another thing that manifests in children like that is spiritual rape. Because when your father is perverted in that way, they let in all kind of stuff, you know, all kind of different kind of spiritual stuff and they're not noticing because they're sick. You know what I'm saying? They're sick.
Right.
They're not thinking. Yes. They're not, you know, the perversion and the entity that they are under is controlling them at that moment. You know, because yes. He took that child's virginity, basically, is what he did, and then waited too late for the mother to take her to the doctor. You know, it was like 3 days later, you know, and then no one would notice that. And so,
yeah, that does not settle well with me. I think I would take the child to another doctor. You know, I think you can find out at any, if that, I forget what the proper word of that skin layer is called.
It's the hymen.
Hymen, I think, or
hymen.
Hymen.
Thank
you.
Yeah.
Hymen, yes. That's broken. And even the lady that was going to marry the prince in Britain, she was of legal age, I believe, and they had her tested. So there's something extremely wrong without an examination. Now, I can understand not doing a rape tip, but just deciding, you know, figuring that out. That could be broken by heavy sports and stuff like that, but I don't think at that it would be broken yet. So I believe that she needs to do more research on that.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? She can also examine her as well. She can examine her. She can't do an internal exam. She can't do an internal, but she can do a visual examination of her, which is probably what she should be doing anyway, you know, especially after a visit, because he can, you know, they're clearly not watching him. She said that they were not watching him with her, that they left her in there alone. And
and that was another, like, you know, have her, that woman's position reviewed, because that's her job, is to
right.
I'm getting upset. I'm sorry, is to supervise a supervised visit. She should not even be going to the bathroom during those hours of visitation.
And I think the daughter is the one that told. I think she said that her daughter is the one that said that she had been alone with him or something.
Yeah. Yeah, just love and prayer and protection. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
and I'm so glad you cleared out your and did that live, because that helped me clear out my, you know, because I you know, I didn't want to listen to all that. I really did. And I didn't think again, that I would be called on, and we do need to let you go to get other people. But
Yeah.
I'm glad you did that clearing live, because that helped me clear my head.
Yeah.
You know,
Good.
and stay with that prayer, and numbers, increase the power and the strength and the focus.
Yeah. It is outrageous. It is. For me, the way that I don't usually get that close to it until I'm doing a ritual on it, and then that's when I meet the whole situation just right there. It's like bam, right in my face. Because I hear that all the time. It was just like a personal reading. I hear that all the time from women, and the main type of clients that I have are clients that have been through that, and not knowing what to do at that time can lead to confusion, because I know that when you've had something traumatic that has happened to you, and when you're a child, things start to become sort of a blur, and then you're not actually coherent. You're sort of somewhere else. So it's sad that a child at that age has to disassociate, because that's basically what is needed, for her to, right now at least, so that she'll be okay, because she doesn't even really understand it. She's so young.
Correct.
Whenever she starts to have that knowledge, then it's important to keep her separate, because that's just like okay, if you see something like, because how they say, well, a lot of the things that we do are in nature, but it's actually against nature for the father to sleep with his daughter. Okay. Because you know what? And this is when somebody really needs to be there to intervene. That's just like, I have if you want to compare it to nature, we can compare. I don't like to compare humans to dogs, but when you look at the behavior, it's the same thing. If my dog were to start being harmful to her puppies, I would have to move them away from her so that she can't do any further harm to them. So he should not have visitation if he has, molested her. He shouldn't have. And I've actually, I swear to you, I've actually had cases before where, and it's, that demonic entity is so strong, and it just wants those children so badly that it's very, very difficult. It's a fight, because she's gonna be fighting. He is not gonna let that that child go. He's not gonna let her go easily. So and she's gonna have to deal with that for the rest of her life. She's gonna have to, come to grips with it, because I feel like if it could just become a distant memory and she could forget, but I feel like he's going to keep coming around her and wanting to see her. So
this is the second time I've wanted to mention her leaving and getting new ID and just starting fresh. And I wasn't going to mention it, but yeah, it's a strong thought in my head that she just might be better that she does this. And, if reincarnation's true and right, and this is what we do, there will be other times she can be with her loved ones safe and sound and have the family life and that life experience. But I believe, I think you're right on. That woman needs all that protection.
She does. She needs, and the child does too. Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna take some more callers because I don't want to leave them out, because I'm pretty sure that they're probably going through something as well. So yeah, but I so appreciate you calling in. Did you have any questions yourself today?
Oh, I like all my readings cold. So if you have something real quick, that's fine. If not, then
okay. Okay.
there are people waiting.
I'll throw the cards for you. I will throw the cards for you. Now, there's
Okay,
something, the Seven of Cups kind of flipped over. So I feel like there's some things that are going on emotionally. What's your zodiac sign?
From another Cancer.
Ah, yeah. So that makes sense. So I know exactly how you're feeling. That Seven of Cups. But I'm gonna throw out a few more cards. Yeah.
Thank you.
The Eight of Cups, the Nine. You got the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Cups all in a row. The 10 of Pentacles, and then the Wheel. So I can definitely see. Have you been single for a while? Like, have you been dating or single? Because I feel like you should be married. Because I feel like there's a husband right in here.
Oh, yeah, no, I have been single with no dating.
Okay. Well, I think that that's going to change. I believe that you've been wanting it to change. Because the 10 of Coins comes up. And typically, now, first of all, I do see money coming to you, just to let you know. And so make sure that you shield yourself really good. But I do feel as though you are, I feel like you're going in more of a positive direction towards things that are going to make you happy and fulfilled. And then I can also see some unexpected money coming in and things kind of turning around. So I'm wondering, with a lot of these cards now, I don't know why I can see a child coming. Do you have kids?
I have two children, and they're both in their 30s. One is mentally 1.5 to 3, though.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say child, sometimes that he fits that profile.
Okay.
So
No.
we understand.
Yeah, I totally understand. No, I can see I don't know why I can see a baby coming somewhere, some kind of completion. Could it be your other child, mate?
Yes. His mentality, even though he's been on the planet for so long and he knows quite a bit through repetition, he thinks the 3-year-old, and that is a baby in my mind.
Right.
So older baby, still a baby,
And you still take care of him?
So yes.
You still take
No,
care?
I haven't seen him for quite some time, due to my circumstances, because it's real hard to explain to him. I can only have him so long, and then he has to go home.
Yeah.
It's just a little too emotional right now.
Yeah, I can tell you're emotional because of the 7 of Cups and then the 8 of Cups. I feel like there are some emotions that are coming out, and that's normal and natural, especially for this new moon, for you to, but I feel like there's definitely some, and I do see some, like maybe a lover or something coming in. I do. I can see that.
Okay.
So, your other child, though, you said you have 2 children, right? Yes. The other one could be having a child too, right? Couldn't
that
they?
Would make sense.
Yeah, I can see a grandchild coming.
Okay.
I can see a grandchild coming, but I can also see. So I feel like you've been doing the work. You must have been doing the work. Because there's some good things that are coming up. But see, you know what? I've been seeing wonderful things coming up for almost everybody this year. 2019 is I see nothing but positivity this year, and people healing. And so because Archangel Raphael has been just all over me saying, you need to heal these people. They need to heal. So I can definitely see that deep healing, and then also money. I can see money coming to you, which is good, because I feel like you probably haven't I feel like you haven't really felt financially stable, possibly, especially with the 7 of Cups coming up. And so I don't know why I can see that coming in. And it does look like it's coming in through a lover that, so how old are you? I know if I'm sorry if that's, yeah, well,
I'm 60.
have you been dating? Like, have you been thinking about it? Because
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I've done a lot of work. You've hit me real well, and I am ready for a relationship.
yeah,
I feel like I am.
Yeah, I feel like you should go for it. There's definitely somebody that's going to come in, and they're tired of struggling. They're tired. They just want love. And so, and I feel like that's what it should be about anyway. But I can also see some kind of prosperity. Huh?
I totally agree with you. It should be about love.
Yeah. Well, and you know what it is going to be. But it's also, I feel like he's been like a bachelor or whatever. And, because you know how everything is all set and people are just set. And so a lot of people will tell people that are a certain age, well, love is not going to happen. You just need to go and, sit down somewhere. But that love is your self-love. So I've actually heard people say that. I've heard grown women on here, tell their audience that, well, you're too, 30 or 40 is too old for love. Ain't no love gonna happen. It's like, what? I see people dating and going out and going to singles parties and hooking up at the age of 50 and 60 and 70, even in their 70s. So what kind of boxed in kind of crap? Yeah. So you got good stuff coming, but I feel like you're going through that emotional transition. You know what I'm saying? Of coming out of that. And see, that can be difficult, especially if you've been single for a while, because I feel like you've been kind of stuck. You've been kind of stuck in single. And that's one of the things, they make older women feel bad about dating and stuff. It's like, are you serious? Like, you can meet a man anywhere. You can meet a man at a bingo night, at a club, at a concert, at the, at the carnival, at different places, the grocery store. So it's spruce yourself up, and I bet you're real pretty. Yeah, I would, do it, because he's coming, and I can tell that he's going to be attracted to you, because he's going to be attracted to your eyes, is what I can see. That it's something about your eyes that he's gonna, or are they blue or something? Like what
there's a window of the soul. My eyes are brown, but that's what he's gonna see. He's gonna see when he looks at my eyes.
But it's something about them though that's different. I feel like your eyes are probably, like, maybe your pupils are somewhat big, or do you wear glasses? Do you wear
only when
lenses?
I need to, like, be detailed. They're just dime store reading books.
Okay, so just read. So yeah, but I feel like it's gonna. So yeah, that's coming in, and that can be an adjustment for the kids, even if they're in their 30s. It can be an adjustment. I can definitely see that happening. Okay. And then things just, things turning around. Things, life is gonna change and be very different. So yeah, come back and let me know whenever that happens, or all of you guys that I've spoken with, you are more than welcome to go and get readings on the website. Feel free to do that. You don't have to call me and ask me first, or, be cleared or anything. Like, Anybody that wants to get readings, you are more than welcome to go do that. Because I know that I have people that'll call me first before they're reading. I'm like, I guess they just feel better about calling first, you know. But, you know, because all of my readings are done within, you know, within 24 to, you know, within 2 to 3 days. So you're not waiting forever or anything like that. Hey, Juliet, thank you so much. Go to my PayPal me link. It's below, or you can go to the website. There's a donation link on the website, and then there's also the direct PayPal me link. I'll link it to you in the chat. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. God bless again.
God bless you too. Bye. You're welcome. Bye-bye. All right, I'm going to take the next caller. I'm sorry, guys, that one took so long. So I don't know, but it was, you know, it was kind of necessary. Okay. You know, you could use the super chat. You could, but I prefer for the donations to go directly to me because YouTube takes 30%. You know, it's, you know, I don't mind that so much. Okay, I'm gonna mute you. Okay, I don't necessarily mind that. So yeah. Okay, so I've got a few people that have been waiting for a little while. Oh, I got somebody that's been waiting for a while. Let me get this person. Okay. Hey, caller, you're live.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
How are you?
Hello.
Hello, this is Queen Jamila. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello,
yes.
Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
That's good to hear. So, did you want a mini reading today?
Yes, I have one question that is weighing on my mind. I have a sister, a half sister, and she, we have different mothers, but my mom raised her. My mother is now deceased, but the sister continues to put her down and tear her down, even though she's not here. And I feel like she does it just to get back at me. And so I told her I'm cutting all ties with her.
I don't blame you.
And I felt pretty good about it, but my fear is that she will find a way to weasel herself back in.
It might get messy, huh? Yep. You're right. And what's your zodiac sign and what's her zodiac sign?
I am a Taurus, Scorpio rising, moon in Cancer.
Woo, girl. I like that. You are a Taurus sun, a Scorpio rising, and a Cancer moon. Girl, you probably don't have no problem getting dates. I like that. Shoot. Okay. All right. So I'm going to ask the spirits, what messages do you have for the caller who is a Taurus? And what was her zodiac sign again? Aries. Okay. So she's holding on to some anger. And who is she again to your mother? This is your mother that she's talking about? She's your half sister or something?
Yeah, she's a half sister.
And she talking about your mother?
Right. She's always talked about her in a bad way, but my mom is dead now, and I thought she would have some respect, but she's still, you know.
That's horrible. And you know what? That's not good for you either, because Spirit Guides, what messages do you have about this situation? Okay, I'm going to throw a card for you and a card for her, and I want to see what are the energies between the two of you. And then what's going on in the past, recent to distant, and what's going on in the future. What messages do you have? Now, what I can tell you, even before looking at the cards, that it's a symptom. It's a manifestation of something that could be going on with your mother in the afterlife. You see what I'm saying? Let's see what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Okay. Yeah. Well, don't really see much of that. She's definitely just being petty. She has some kind of. So this is what I can tell you about this person, the Aries, the half sister. You're right about not trusting her, cutting ties with her. So I think that you definitely should do that. What she's doing is she is attacking you. She's attacking your mom and she's attacking you. And so, you know, it doesn't matter. Like, first of all, what I want to tell you is that the Five of Pentacles shows up in the past and the Chariot. So what I feel is that there is some sort of problem, like with your mother kind of passing through. So I can feel that spiritually. And for some reason, it's manifesting through this other person because, yeah, you would think that she would have more respect than that. Now, I can also see that she's very flimsy. She's kind of out of control because you come up as the Nine of Cups reversed. And then she comes up as the Justice card reversed. So she's got some anger that and some things that she blames your mother for. So you're right. You can't trust her because she's going to take it out on you. Do you look anything like your mother? Are you anything like your mother?
I look exactly like her.
Well, see that
Exactly like her.
So what you need to do is right on, but what I would start doing is putting up some spiritual protection because it's something definitely I can sense because all of a sudden I got real hungry and I was hungry anyway because I'm getting ready to, I'm going to wrap this up. When I'm done with this one, you guys, I'm going to come back with part 2 and I'm going to finish reading the rest of the general readings, you know, so I'll do that. But, and all of you guys that are waiting on the line, thank you so much for waiting on me. And wanting a reading, you guys will be able to call back in a little bit later, okay? Because I got a few things that I need to take care of over here on this end. What I see in the future is the Four of Cups and the Empress reversed. So you're spot on as far as your intuition with her. What I can sense is that she's trying to purposely invoke some kind of emotional response in you. Is what I can sense. But it's also a few malevolent spirits, and then I feel like she's got some insecurity issues. Whoever the Aries is, because the Five of Pentacles comes up. But it also does have something to do with your mother's spirit because your mother's spirit shows up in the future as the Empress reversed. So I feel like you need to, maybe get a medium reading. I do medium readings as well. I can't really do them in this kind of environment. I have to have things set up. And, also I would have to have a picture of your mom. So if you want, we can definitely connect with you. We need to connect with your mother's spirit and see what's going on with that. With what's going on with the, not with, you know what I'm saying? Because, it must have been so bad that, and see, I feel like, I can sense some kind of hex that's coming through because I feel like it's made you unhappy because you come up as the Nine of Cups reversed. So this has affected you socially as well. It's affected you socially.
Okay.
Well, because she's talking about your mother. And if she's talking about your mother, then people are going to automatically look at you. When somebody, and see, that was one of the reasons why I was so disappointed in my mother. And not saying that your mother is doing anything wrong, but what I'm saying is that it is something that you need to communicate. Your mother is trying to communicate with you about something. is what I can sense.
Okay.
But like I said, we need to do more of a mediumship reading for that. But what I was going to say is that what I was saying is that when somebody's talking bad about your mother like that, it's almost like they're passing some kind of torch to you. So I feel like something is being handed to you. You see what I'm saying? From that situation. Yeah. And yeah, because it's attached to you, and see what can happen. Because how old are you? How old are you?
50.
Okay. So your spirit is really, really young, because I would have guessed you as being way younger than that. But what I was going to say,
yeah, think that I'm younger.
yeah, you probably look younger, young for your age too.
Yeah.
The Empress comes up in the reverse position because I feel like there's messages coming in through your mother. When did you bury your mother?
2016.
Okay.
2016.
Well, I'm so sorry for your loss. That is very insensitive. Even, it's insensitive for somebody to talk about anybody's mother. That's very insensitive.
Right.
And I do feel as though it has affected you emotionally. If I would say that if you were, it still could affect you socially if she's going around talking about you, though it can affect you socially within, maybe within the family or within mutual friends, because, they're thinking she's passing negative energy to you, is what I can sense. So it's almost like she's crossing you. Yeah. And so I say for you to try to communicate with your mother's spirit. I don't know if you're already doing that.
I started an altar last year. I try to work more with my grandfather. That's who I was told to work with. But I do try to meditate and pray also when I'm doing it. And I have my mom's picture there.
That's good.
So maybe it's something I could work on there.
Yeah, well, if you're not a medium or like a psychic, or if you're not able to actually have that spirit come through and speak to you, because I know that for me, do you ever have dreams about her? Because I know that dreams can represent communication from your mother as well. If she's coming to you in your dream.
I have had a few dreams. Yeah.
So there's something that's happening within your mother's spirit with that as well. And I feel like you do need to nip that in the bud, because y'all have the same father, right? She's your half sister.
Yeah. Well, my father's deceased too.
And so she's, so we'll probably, we would need a lot more time to work through that, more time than probably what I can do here. But what I can sense is with the Four of Cups, that can represent some kind of emotional hole that's in somebody. And so I do feel like with that Nine of Cups coming up, I feel like it's created some sadness, the things that she's doing, and she's energetically, she's affecting you vibrationally. The words that she's saying are bad enough, but then the result of those words is definitely, I can tell that it's having an effect on your vortex, your triple goddess energy. It's almost like she's trying to pass you a generational hex or something. It's almost like she's trying to do that. It's almost like she's trying to, hex your mother for her mother or something. It's like she's in competition with her mother. So, and it's just not commingling very well together. And then also with your father, I can sense that there's some unfinished business with that, that's unresolved. And yes, she is your sister. So you kind of don't want to necessarily abandon her necessarily. But what do you do when somebody's being disrespectful like that? You can attempt to talk to them or reason with them, but who's to say that her reasoning skills are going to be there?
Right.
You know, because I feel like what she's doing is she's blaming her for, because are you older? Like, I feel like she's blaming you for her or her mother for her problems growing up, because, and then in essence, she's blaming you because you're the other sister. So maybe if you didn't exist or your mother didn't exist. Yeah. Yep. So if you're the youngest, then there it is. Where's her mother at? Did she ever get
mom's deceased, and she didn't really get along with her real mother either.
Wow, that's crazy.
And she's also got a drug past, so her brain her brain is frazzled pretty much. She doesn't really rationalize.
She needs brain healing. You know that can be healed though. But does she believe in any kind of spirituality or anything? Is she open? Because if she refuses, if she refuses to get help, then you wouldn't have a choice but to cut ties with her. She's not a parent. She's your sister, but she's a half sister, and she's trying to attack your womb, you know? And then also I can sense jealousy a little bit too, because I just I didn't throw like a full spread for it, you know? And, you know, sometimes people that are family like that, they can affect you the worst because she has a root chakra tied to you, cut through your father. Ugh. So, yeah. Okay. So anyway, thank you so much for calling in. If you want, feel free to go. You're welcome. Yeah, feel free to contact me. Okay. I'd love to do a full reading on you. Okay. Have a good one. Happy Monday.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, guys, we got 13 minutes left. So I am going to take one more quick caller, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and eat something, drink some root beer, soda, and get some glucose in my body. And then I got to feed the dogs and stuff. So I got to go and take care of my animals. I promise that I will be back. So those of you that didn't get a reading, you can call back in a little bit later, okay? And I'll be back doing readings a little bit later. And I'm actually going to continue on this reading that I've got laid out because I still got messages for the rest of the zodiac signs, okay? If you guys want your own private reading, visit tarotqueenjamila.thedivinemommy.com. I do contact spirits for you guys. So if you guys need any mediumship readings, I definitely do, because sometimes just because your family member has passed on, it doesn't mean that the work that they had here was done. And sometimes they can be trying to give messages to you and you're not really understanding how to interpret it. Okay. Hello, caller. You're live. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello, we're on borrowed time. Okay, I'm going to put you on hold and take the next caller. I got about 10 minutes, got 11 minutes. Hello, caller, you're live.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Hello.
Are you there? Hello, it's me.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Good.
That's good.
I can hear you.
That's good. Okay, cool. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good.
I have like a sickness. Like I've been feeling I had like a cough for like 3 months, and I was wondering if you could get something on it.
Okay. What's your zodiac sign?
Or whatever comes up is fine.
Okay. Okay. What's your zodiac sign?
Aquarius.
Aquarius. Okay. Spirit guys, what's going on with this cough? You been to the doctor and they said it was nothing, kind of undiagnosed?
No, I've been to the doctor, yeah.
Okay. So it's definitely something spiritual.
Right now, like
they're gonna what?
Yeah, they're gonna send me for some pulmonary tests and stuff.
Okay. Okay. Is there any pain? You having any pain?
No pain. I've had maybe a couple of times, like in the middle of my shoulder blades, like I've had like a pain that feels like a stabbing pain, but that comes and goes, and it hasn't happened for like every day or something, you know?
Okay. Spirit guides, ancestors, and guardian angels, what messages do you have for the caller today about her cough and her health? And any smoking?
I did smoke a long time ago.
Okay. What I can definitely sense and what I can see is some it is a spiritual thing, but it's manifesting as an actual health problem. Have your lungs been clear and everything? Have they given you x-rays and stuff?
Yes. My lungs are clear.
Okay.
Yes. Well, they did the x-ray, let me say, like, I want to say like 3 weeks ago. But this has been going on for like 3 months.
What I can sense is that there is something that is definitely trying to get out of your body, which is why you're having the coughing reflex.
Okay.
And whatever it is, it can't be seen on the x-ray, obviously.
Yeah.
What I can sense is something on your, the 6 of Cups comes up reversed. So this is more so like spiritual. It's 6 of Cups is reversed. So it's something spiritual. I am seeing a lot of cards that do kind of concern me when it comes to your health, because of some of the cards that I'm seeing that came up, because of the Hermit is reversed. Here's your card. You got the 6 of Cups reversed. The Teacher or the Hierophant is reversed. This 7 of Coins comes up in the reversed position. So it's definitely something that's happening in your body energetically that's manifesting that, but it's something that has got to be manipulating it. And this Teacher card in the reverse position is what concerns me. I feel like I feel, from what I can see, I feel as though it is something, what's there is something happening, like a process that's happening within your mind. Because do you have anxiety as well?
Yeah, I do. I guess maybe I should tell you too. Like, I lost my mom 6 months ago. Too. So I don't know if my mindset thinks she's gone. But I do, yes, to your question. Yes.
Your mindset has been sort of negative about your health, right?
Yeah, and I don't know, partially, depressed about losing my mom.
Yeah.
Because I was her caretaker for almost 5 years. And then I took care of my dad. So it's over the past like 13 years, I took care of both of them. They both now passed on.
You possibly
But
need
now
a
I'm living in their house.
you possibly need a spiritual cleanse. And then you said you're living in their house. Okay. There's definitely something environmental that's doing it as well, something in the house that you may want to look into. But what I can sense is that it's definitely spiritual. But then again, are you having allergies too? You having allergy problems as well?
It sounds so. It's so hard for me to explain to people. So like, what has started to happen was it almost sounds like a bubbling, like in my sinuses, but I can hear it audibly in my ears.
Oh, yeah.
And then when I breathe in, I'm fine. But then when I breathe out, at the end of the out, you can hear the wheeze.
Okay.
And then the mucus, I told my doctor like 3 months ago, the mucus that's coming up, at first it was very much so like a piece of rice. So I knew like it was completely different than being sick, you know? So now it's the same, but there are more of them.
Have they tested
when I
it?
looked up online, it said it could be.
Have they tested it?
No, they haven't. No, I've only gotten to my primary the past 3 months.
Have you been around?
Given me multiple antibiotics.
Have you been around like any animals or anything? Could be. Have you done? Because hey, listen, we only have 3 more minutes left, so we can continue this conversation.
Okay,
if you want to call me, we can. Just to let you know, call me as the 770 number, okay? And then we can continue this conversation for a couple of minutes. But what I was going to tell you is that parasites. Have you had any parasite cleanses and stuff? Have you?
No, I haven't done any cleanses like that. But I mean, I'm around dogs all the time.
Okay.
I do hand. Yeah.
You got parasites is what that is, and you need to do a parasite cleanse. But you also need, that's what I would say. Has your doctor checked you for parasites? I feel like you can't really see parasites. I feel like if you're around dogs, because I have a dog and I'm about to do a parasite cleanse as well, because I was having these weird symptoms and stuff, and that stuff is nasty, especially when you clean it up, they poop. They say that the environmental, I think EPA said that dog poop is a environmental hazard because it has all kind of stuff in it and it's airborne. That's why when you smell it, it hits your nose. And so, yeah, so I'm always spraying bleach when it's gotta be the bleach. But now that you have it, you need to go ahead and do some spiritual healing as well, because it's gotten that bad. I feel like that's partially what it is. Because I can tell that there's something in you, because the 7 is stuck. It's something that's stuck in you, and you need to get it out. And you probably have thrown it up before too. You ever throw up what's like mucus, where it's just like a bunch of mucus, you throw it up and then you feel better? Do you feel better afterwards?
Mucus, like, what? I feel better. Yeah, I feel 100% better after.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like everyone asking me this gastric reflux.
So your body is getting rid of it in shifts. It's trying to get rid of whatever it is. Okay. Worms will go in it. They will affect your lungs. They'll make you have all kind of coughing symptoms and stuff, because I'm going through that right now with my dogs. I have 9 puppies. So, and I've got the big dog too. So I clean up after them like 2 or 3 times per day. And I bleach it. It's just bleach, or some kind of disinfectant. But call me, because we're gonna get dropped off a Blog Talk. And then I'll have a few more minutes.
Can I have your number?
Yeah, it's 770.
Your number?
770-686.
Okay.
7461. Okay, because what I would suggest for you to start doing now is taking spiritual baths. And I actually make handmade spiritual baths that I would suggest that you take advantage of, because it's very cleansing and it will help your body get rid of that stuff. So it's almost like you have an extended cold, but it's not a cold, because I know I was like, dang, I just had a cold. Like I've been it does have something to do with the dogs too. It does. So are they in the house? Are your dogs in the house? Or do you have dogs? Yeah, we'll talk when you call.
They're in the house.
Okay. Okay. We'll talk when you call me.
Okay.
Thank you so much for calling in, and I'll see all of you guys a little bit later. Just give me a little while. I'll be back, and you call me right back. Okay. Let me pull this up so that I can catch the call.
Okay.
Because I'm
okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, hon. Talk to you soon. Okay, guys, we're getting ready to get cut off on Blog Talk. Yep, it's done. Oh, we can still talk, though. That's weird. We can still talk even though it's not live, but go ahead and call me, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
I'm trying to hang up on you.
Okay.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.
Okay, guys, I'm going to go. I'll see y'all later. If you guys want private readings, I'm probably going to be booked for today. Especially because I think I only have room for like 1 or 2 people, but I will have openings for tomorrow. Okay. So if you guys want to get on the schedule, make sure that you go to the website below. Okay. See y'all later. Love and light.